a free look at the tech that Firebat Hero has going. Firebat Hero looks like he's dedicating to mass infantry. I don't think he's going to invest any more with the Wraiths, but that Wraith, that single Wraith, really did play a key part protecting his economy early, keeping Free back, making him change his strategy. He's going to get a little bit of scouting out of this Wraith as well. He's going to go and he's going to see the starport. He sees that secondary now. He might even be able to take out a couple probes if he comes back to that before the Dragoons come down to protect. I'm not sure if he's going to come up, if he's kind of fearing those Dragoons, so staying back. So predicting, I think he saw that airport now. He's putting up those turret factories, or those turret factories, to protect against the drop and protect against any potential starport attack. He knows that if Arbiters come down along the line, he wants some neutral detection in place. Basically neutral, by neutral I mean he won't have to actively comsat, he won't have to actively scan. That'll also keep the observers out of his base. In the meantime, yeah, he's really pumping up that heavy metal. He's already got 6 factories up, so he's really going to push soon here at Free. Free in the meantime getting scouted out. He was trying to, looks like he's scouting out a nexus in the bottom right hand corner, maybe trying to see if Firebat Hero is going for that early expansion. I would expect within the next minute or so we're going to see Firebat Hero open up his main. He's just going to start flooding units down out towards Free. Free in the meantime, yeah, looks like he's going carriers, earlier carriers, which is a really good move on this map. He knows that really, carriers, I haven't seen a very good counter on Terran's Part 2 carriers. Obviously Firebat Hero is not just going to start pumping Wraiths here. Really, I would expect, I haven't seen Firebat, or any Terran really, effectively fight off a good carrier push with Goths, just because, especially in maps like this, you can pull those carriers up on those ridge lines and just pull them out of range and then pull them back in range, and just there's nothing the Goliaths can do because they don't have sight. That floating engineer, I think that's why Free's taking that opportunity to push back that engineering bay. In the meantime, Free sees that a massive force is incoming. This is going to be interesting. Getting that Reaver down, taking out a couple tanks. Free doing a good job of inflicting a good amount of damage. He's already taken about a handful of tanks. Basically, Firebat Hero stopped. He's gonna basically, now comes to the late tactic. Can Free get these carriers out in time to stop that force of Firebat Heroes that's now encroaching, heading steadily down his territory? Looks like he's choosing the bottom lane because obviously that middle lane is a bit clogged. That's going to be a little bit longer distance. But Free has this scattered out. He has Dragoons in position. The question is are those carriers going to be out in time to fend this off? Are they going to have enough? Are they going to have those interceptors out in time to take care of these tanks? If he looks like he does have the carrier out, that spells disaster for Firebat Hero, because as soon as those carriers go up, I mean, he's not close enough in the base to do damage. He can't really press this forward, not with the Zealot bombs that are coming. And he has nothing. He doesn't have Goliaths, he doesn't have turrets, he doesn't have anything that's going to be able to stop those carriers in the air from attacking this entire force, from taking out all of his units. In the meantime, losing all his tanks. He did manage to take out the Reaver, which is a little bit of consolation. Pulling up a small Goliath force, but that Goliath force, Free doing a good job of screening that Goliath force against the Reavers, against the Dragoons, against his Zealots. Those Goliaths really, again, I haven't seen Goliaths be extremely effective against carriers. Usually the problem with carriers with Protoss is the fact that they can't get a significant force out to stop an incoming attack. But this time, already 3 carriers out, a significant force, and Free's going to go and push this attack against Firebat Hero. Firebat Hero doesn't look like he's using that starport at all. A couple mines planted down, but that's not going to slow Free down very much. He has an observer out. I don't know if he has an observer with his main group, so that might cause a little bit of casualties. It doesn't look like Free has observers out with his group. He does with that group. I take that back. Looks like, yeah, Free at this point is dedicated to heavy air. He's upgrading at that cybernetics core, getting the upgrades for air. In the meantime, looks like, yeah, Firebat Hero is just waiting for that expansion. Only 4 carriers now. I think Firebat Hero will be able to fight this size of group off with the amount of Goliaths he has, if he does extremely good micro between those Goliaths and the tanks. It looks like, yeah, a large confrontation here. Currently, he does have a large number of Goliath, significantly larger force than Free's force. Right now you can see Free doing kind of that general click-around micromanagement. He's building as many ops as possible, getting a Dark Templar archive down, moving more units up, kind of prepping position. I'm kind of curious how Firebat Hero is going to respond to this. If he's just going to try to stick with Goliath. Looks like he's set up a drop with a tank and vulture of his own. As you can see, they're kind of I think they're trying to demonstrate here is that kind of side advantage, is he's trying to draw those carriers in sight so he can do an attack against them. In the meantime, see, you can draw those Goliaths in against the Reaver. The Reaver's going to go, it's going to take out another about 5 of those Goliaths. He can Firebat Hero taking the opportunity to scan, get those observers out so the Reaver can't go up, get a spot against those Goliaths. But you see how the Protoss Air, those carriers, he can just screen against the ridge lines there, and Firebat Hero can't get in a very good spot. He can't pull up his Goliaths, and it's a nice escape point for those carriers. Terran booster going off everywhere there. The screen's just filled with missiles flying every which way. He's trying to get a couple of those interceptors down. In the meantime, Firebat Hero moving some SCVs across the map. Looks like he's going to try to get, my guess is that lower right expansion. Looks like he already has an expansion in place. He's expanding. He knows he has to boost that economy quickly if he's going to be able to contend with Free's output at this moment. In the meantime, Free taking out units across that middle, across that gap I mentioned before, which is really, it's advantageous towards Protoss, just because it just kind of favors their sort of unit base. For this exact reason right here, is those interesting micro situations I was talking about. Free has scouted that out. He's going to have a large force pinning down there. Looks like Firebat, he was pulling that dropship back. Free is doing a really good job. If you can see on the mini-map, he has the his entire half of the map scouted out, so Firebat Hero really can't pull anything through on his side. Firebat Hero in the meantime does have a significant tank force. If he's going to really do a good job of taking this game, he needs to push this forward now. Firebat Hero, if you see back on his buildings, he actually did a really good job of spacing his supply depots out, making sure those Reavers can't take a significant amount of supply depots out in one hit. Free in the meantime just kind of testing the walls here. He's kind of moving back and forth, looking for the weak point, inflicting damage where he can, and really he can bide his time, because the more carriers that come out, the more it's to his advantage. Right now he's pulling out some Templar. He's going to be able to Psi Storm a significant amount. If he gets a Psi Storm in place, he can bait those Goliaths against those carriers, get a Psi Storm off, and really just do all sorts of devastation to those Goliaths. And Firebat Hero really does have his forces really packed up again at that ridge. Looks like, I'm not sure what's going on in the lower right-hand part of the map. Looks like Free is making a dash towards that right-hand structure. Looks like Firebat Hero either built it and lifted it off or canceled it, knowing that he couldn't stop Free's forces towards that area. But Free got a spot off, and it looks like he knows that's canceled, so he's pulling his forces back again, going for that initial secondary. In the meantime, Firebat Hero's forces, you can see this massive grouping on the mini-map, just kind of going back and forth in patrol. Again, Free just kind of looking for just making him run out of comsat. Firebat Hero is trying to use that comsat to figure out where Free's going. In the meantime, Free's just kind of circling back and forth, waiting for him to run out of comsat so we can basically charge across any area. Mine's going off, taking out a Templar. That's a little careless on Free's part. He is going to get a Psi Storm off on that group of Goliaths. Oh man, just all sorts of damage on those Goliaths. Big attack coming up here. Again, Free has the advantage because he has that air. He can just camp it on the ridge, get a spot where Firebat Hero can't see on the ridge. Just really, that's the big advantage of Protoss Air, just having large units like that.